Namaste, Pranam, and Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Oh, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, which was included in the Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa. O Goddess, O showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of Advaita, non-dualism, contained in the 18 chapters. O affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, my salutations to you. I meditate upon you. And now, Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devakim paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadgurum. O son of Vasudeva, the killer of Kansa and Chanur, and the extreme delight of Mother Devaki. O Sri Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. And our today's reading of the next verses of the first chapter of Arjuna Vishad Yoga of Bhagavad Gita. These are the two verses we will be reciting because 24th and 25th verses they are recited together to maintain the continuity of the flow of the content. And these are the two verses now spoken of by Sanjay. Sanjay is narrating these to Dhritarashtra. Sanjay Uvacha Evamukto Hrishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayorubhayormadhye Sthapayitva Rathottamam. This is the 24th. And in continuation is the 25th shlok. Bhishma and Drona Pramukhataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. Now what has happened? In the 23rd shlok we have seen Arjuna telling Sri Krishna, just take the chariot in front of this Kauravas, let me see, let me inspect, let me analyze who are all these who are so keen to wage war against us, who are so keen to even lay down their lives in this war. For whom? Just to please that wicked son of Dhritarashtra, the Duryodhana. Just for his pleasure, they have gathered here to wage a war against us. Let me go and see what is their caliber, what stuff they are made up of. It's such great, fierce, force Arjuna has told Sri Krishna. He has just picked up his bow, holding it strongly in his hand, and he wants to go and see all the enemy camp. Now Sanjay is telling, Evam Ukto. Evam is thus. Ukto, having said. Hrishikesho, to Hrishikesh. Hrishikesh we know is that, now we have become quite familiar in addressing Sri Krishna as Hrishikesh. 3 times already we have heard that name, Hrishikesh, one who has complete command over all his senses and the mind. That's Sri Krishna. So, having said so to Sri Krishna, by whom? Gudakesha. Gudakesha here is mentioned as Arjuna. The one who has complete control over his sleeping pattern is called as Gudakesha. Now, the explanation we will read out later during the reading of the commentary. So, having thus addressed Hrishikesha by Gudakesha, by Arjuna, O Bharata. Now Sanjay is referring to King Dhritarashtra. So he is a great king Bharata. O Bharata, Senayo Ubayoho Madhye Sthapayitva Rathottamam. What did Hrishikesh did? He's a chariot after all. He has to drive the chariot. So with Arjuna standing there with his Gandhi holding in his hand, Hrishikesh takes the chariot in the middle of both the armies. Here is our Pandav army, here is Kaurava army, and Sri Krishna has taken Arjuna's chariot from between Kaurava and Pandava armies. So we can have a look at both. But facing Kaurava. Now, the second shlok, Bhishma Drona Pramukhataha. Facing, now you see, the strategically, Krishna has placed the chariot. Bhishma Drona Pramukhataha Sarvesham Cha Mahikshitam. Facing Bhishma and Drona, the most reverential figures, the most reverential warriors from Kaurava side. Facing Bhishma and Drona and all the rulers of the earth. There is Kaurava army, and very tactfully Sri Krishna brings the chariot right in front of Bhishma and Drona, that Arjuna can see Bhishma and Drona there in the Kaurava camp lined up, and all other mighty kings on that side. And Sri Krishna Uvacha and Hrishikesha, he spoke. Although the words are being relayed by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. This is the first time that there is a mention of Sri Krishna talking. He has not talked directly. Sanjay is narrating to Dhritarashtra that having placed the chariot in front of Bhishma, Drona and other people, Uvacha Partha, Hrishikesha Uvacha, Hrishikesh said, Partha, O Arjuna, Pashya etan, Pashya etan samavetan kurun iti. Now, Sri Krishna says, O Partha, O Arjuna, behold, look at these Kauravas, look at these Kurus who are going to fight you, who are going to fight against you. So, the literal translation of these two verses, Sanjay said, thus requested by Gudakesha, thus addressed by Gudakesha, Hrishikesha, O Bharata, O Dhritarashtra, O King Dhritarashtra, Hrishikesha having placed the best of the chariot, Rathottamam, that was the best of the chariots among all the chariots among both the armies, with white steed, with white horses, which was being driven by Sri Krishna. So this chariot is addressed by Sanjay as Rathottamam, the best of all the chariots available present here on the place of the war place, Kurukshetra. Placed best of the chariots in between the two armies, and facing Bhishma and Drona and all the rulers of earth, Hrishikesha spoke, O Partha, behold the Kurus gathered together. You wanted to see them, right? Here you are. Now have a look at them. Analyze them now, whatever you want to analyze. Have a look at them, inspect them, see them. These are there to fight with you, like you had said. Let me see who are those willing to lay down their lives for just to please that wicked-minded Duryodhana. So, behold, Arjuna, I have brought you in front of them. That is what Krishna's words uttered by Sanjaya. The first words, behold, this is what you have to face, my dear friend, my dear disciple. This is what it is. Now, as commented by Swami Chidbhavananda, Arjuna is here termed as Gudakesha, which means the one who has control over sleep. When, where, and how long to sleep, we are all under the sway of his will. You see, he's not like us. We put up an alarm for 5:30 in the morning. First of all, for us, there is a need to put up an alarm. For Arjuna, there is no need to put up an alarm. And then what happens? Alarm rings at 5:30. In that sleepy mode, we just put down that alarm. And then we decide, okay, just another 10 minutes. Let me just doze off for 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes becomes 1 hour. So that happens with us because we are not Gudakesha, but Arjuna was Gudakesha, complete control over sleep. He could decide what time to get into sleep, how much to sleep, and when to get up. He didn't need any alarm. Like he would decide, if he decided, okay, I am now going to sleep for 30 minutes. What? He just closes his eyes, gets into sleep, and at the 30th minute, he gets up on his own. No need for any alarm, no need for any wake up call, no need for anyone to shake him and, hey, Arjun, get up. No, he is Gudakesh. And what Swami Chidbhavananda ji says, only he who can manipulate his mind as he likes can gain mastery over sleep. It is not, a thing which any Tom, Dick, and Harry can, achieve it. No, you need to have absolute practice, practice, practice. And then comes a stage where your mind can regulate you can regulate your mind, and your mind will regulate your sleeping pattern. That is Gudakesh. Even one such person having complete control over the mind, having complete control over the sleeping pattern, is very soon going to succumb to an overwhelming situation. This is a beautiful point Swami Chidbhavananda ji has brought out. Although Sanjay has addressed Arjuna as Gudakesh, yes, he has complete mastery. But even a person, so you can just imagine how flickering mind can be. Even a person like Arjuna, who has complete control and who has control over mind and therefore complete control over his sleeping pattern, even he gets overwhelmed, he gets succumbed to the surrounding circumstances very soon. And Swami Chidbhavananda ji writes, a hint to this effect is thrown here that even the Gudakesh can become dicey at a moment. That is life. That is how Maya plays. That is how the delusion plays. And even masters of the masters can get shaken by Maya. So one has to be always remain alert. And that's why Sri Ramakrishna always used to advise, be alert, be alert. Maya may enter from any nook and corner and just grab the mind. If Gudakesh can be made to succumb to the circumstances, what about people like us? So that is about what is soon going to happen in future. Sri Krishna has told him that, look, now you have brought your chariot as you wished. Now, as you wished, you can look at the people against whom you are going to fight. That is Sri Krishna's, in a way, challenge to Arjuna, that soon you are going to be in trouble, my dear friend. So that was 24th and 25th shlok, the verses. Tomorrow we will take up shlok 26. Then what is the reaction of Arjuna? Arjuna may not utter anything right now. Sanjay will just narrate what has happened, having seen all these people. What has happened to Arjuna? So that we'll take it up tomorrow. As of now, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.